skipped it on purpose because I'm going to be going into more details with it. This was the part that's going to be edited for Wedding Wednesday and put there because it's going to be about wedding stuff. So if you don't care about wedding stuff, bye. See you later for next week. If you want to continue with if you care about wedding stuff, then here we are. Plan more for your wedding is one of my New Year quests. Some people call them resolutions, but I feel like they're not a resolution till the last month of the year. And so plan more for the wedding has definitely been a priority for me and my fiance because we do have a long distance relationship. It's not a super long distance, but we don't see each other. I haven't seen him since Easter and it's now May. So that's kind of where we are. And so getting together and coordinating is rough. And planning more for the wedding has definitely been a priority for me. There's been lots of plans, lots of brainstorming and ideas. One of our things that we do want to make sure of that I personally care a lot about is making sure that there's good food at my wedding, because people, they go, oh, the venue was nice, the centerpieces were nice, the flowers were nice, the bouquet was nice, but if your food is bad, if they're uncomfortable, that's what your guests remember. Your guests remember, did they have a good time? Were they comfortable? Were they fed well? Those are the top 3 priorities that they care about. And, how bad was the drive and stuff like that. But I think I'll go into comfort subcategories. And so if you starve at my wedding, that is on you, because we plan on having food at the tables as people walk in. There's going to be a candy buffet. We're going to have a mashed potato bar is the plan right now. The mashed potato bar during cocktail hour, and a charcuterie-esque kind of table as well for cocktail hour and for whenever. And so that's that. I've also been working on this. This is one of my wedding projects. This is a spray painted heart. It actually started out all white, and it's a bathroom basket. But what I'm going to do with it, I need to spray paint it a different gold color because I actually have 2 different golds. I don't know if you can tell in the lighting here, but I actually need to get a different gold because there's 2 different ones. And that was on accident. But what my baskets are going to be for are amenity baskets. So I started preparing for the amenity baskets by buying some non-perishable things that I think won't dry up or go bad, like tissues and brush tips. These are little, like one end is a toothpick and the other end has a little brush bit on it for, basically flossing your teeth. And they're the tops are the color of my wedding, red and gold, obviously. So I was like, I want to have a gold basket with red stuff. And so there's going to be tissues for people. This one says, happy tears are the best tears. And this one is seize the moment. So I want to keep gathering Kleenex, things like this that have wedding and sweet memory kind of things with them. And so my idea is to have stuff set up in here. And I want to have Tylenol, antacids, like a little sewing kit, Band-Aids, lint roller, breath mints, and gum, stuff like that in my amenities basket, so that anything that people could need last minute, they'll be like, oh, suddenly I need a tissue, or I need a toothpick, or I need this, or I need that. I'm going to get spray deodorants to put into the basket, stuff like that. And because I think people will appreciate being thought of where, oh, look, I'm being attended to, because they are guests after all. And I want my guests to feel welcome. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And I also have already bought I want to keep my guests entertained. I don't want people to have it be like such a traditional wedding that people are bored. When are they done? What's the next thing we're doing? So I'm not a huge dancer myself, so in case people don't feel like getting down on the dance floor, I have this bad boy. This is just a part. See the Oriental Trading? I'm not sponsored by them, but I should be because I order from them constantly for events for work and myself. And what that particular box is my photo booth. I'm doing a do-it-yourself photo booth. Well, I say I, my fiance and I, we're squished into the I. We're doing a do-it-yourself photo booth because when we wanted to have a photo booth, but when we researched the electronic fancy photo booths, almost all of them in our area, which were lower priced, are $450 for 2 hours. And it's $100 and something for any hour that you go over. You get one backdrop and a plethora of props and then somebody to work your photo booth. But $450 for 2 hours it's just too much. And if you think, oh, well, we can just rent the machine ourselves, most places won't let you rent the machine, just the machine. You have to get the person to go with it because of liability and insurance and all that. And if you're like, oh, well, maybe I'll just buy the machine, it's thousands and thousands of dollars. It's so much cheaper to rent it, but that's too much for my budget. So what I'm doing instead is Oriental Trading actually has an entire thing for do-it-yourself photo booths and candy buffets and everything else. They have cutouts, they have the props. I bought some props. I bought the inexpensive props, and I also started collecting my own props as well. Somebody brought in these for Mardi Gras, and there was about 200 of them, all the same. Like there's 4 different designs, and they were like, here, anyone can have them. They're for free. So I took one of each of the designs, and I have, again, like I said, I got some props from Oriental Trading. I got the hat. I'm going to have some funky glasses and a boa. Just a couple boas because they're cute for photo booth fun. And I'm going to get a whole bunch of disposable cameras, and everybody has a camera on their phone these days. So I think that that's a great alternative to budget-friendly alternative to renting the full professional booth. My family, I don't think, is going to care too much. And I got several backdrops. I got 3 backdrops that were my particular favorites, and you can reuse them. That's the best part. I bought them, so I get to have them again and again and again for any time that I happen to need a backdrop. And so I bought that as a thing ahead of time, trying to get some non-perishables out of the way. I know it seems early because I'm not getting married till 2020 and it's 2018, but I think that makes planning easier for me. And so the wedding planning is definitely down. We're definitely on it, and it's just going to get better from here. We've done research for caterers and for photographers. We're actually going to plan on we have 3 venues, top venues. We have a top venue and then a tie for 2 and second and third choice venues that we're going to look at this summer. So the wedding planning New Year's quest is definitely, and so I will see you next week for Wedding Wednesday, possibly next week. I know I've been flaky about it, but life happens and this is my hobby. So for more wedding updates or wedding questions, you can leave me a tweet and I will link that stuff below. I will link to my main channel. And again, I'll see you hopefully next week, possibly the following week for another Wedding Wednesday. Bye!